Hey people! So I thought I would come on here and do a live video for my makeup for tonight. If you hop on here, say hello so I can say hi to you. We are going to go to the island of Pigeon Forge, I think, tonight. So I took all my makeup off that I had on for this morning. And I actually went and got my hair done today. Hannah Maples is awesome. So a tip, you know how if you have dark hair and you go to get your hair done, you'll have hair product or hair color around. These FAFMASi makeup wipes, makeup remover wipes, took every bit of that off. And usually I'm stuck with stains for a few days because my hair is so dark, and to get those little baby fine hairs you have to just live with it. So this stuff is amazing. So anyway, I'm going to start with my eyes first. Now I have already put on my primer. I used the VFX primer in the silver tube. This one here is the one I used tonight. A new trick that I have learned for the fallout I have on my nose. My skin is super dry, so my makeup likes to break up on my nose. So something new that I have learned to do, or just started doing in the past couple of days, is I will take my time locker spray, my FAFMASi time locker spray, and I'll spray a little bit on my blending sponge here and just put it right on my nose and let it set and dry after I have moisturized and put on my primer. I will also spray a little bit, or put a little bit right on my forehead, because I have this lovely deep crease there, and it just helps the makeup to stay where it needs to be. Okay, so I'm going to start with my eyes first. Primer done, all over. I'm going to start with my eyes first, so I'm going to do the FAFMASi eye primer. I have found that this stuff works wonders. It makes your eyeshadow stay on all day long. So I just put a little bit on. Say hi if you're watching. What is everybody's plans for tonight? Most people staying home. We just decided today to go out. Last minute decision. Just to let the kids do something fun. Okay, so that's it for the eye primer. It doesn't really have to set like face primer does. And I am going to use my Iconic palette for my eyes. These palettes, you guys, are amazing. I have got the Iconic palette and I have the Glam Up palette. I haven't got my Wonderlust palette yet. That one I should get on Saturday. And I can't wait to get it and try it, because the pigment in these palettes is amazing. So here's the colors in this palette. I'm going to be sparkly tonight. So I think I am going to start. I'm going to use Idol first, which is just this shimmery neutral color, and I'm going to put it all over. And that's the wrong brush. That's the one I want. All right. So like I said, I'm going to put that all over. And I have never ever, until recently, been one to put my eyeshadow on first. But I have started doing that lately and have found that it really does, it works well to to do it that way. That way, if you have any mess ups or any fallout from your eyeshadows, you can fix it easily. Okay, so that's just a base. As you can see, super neutral. You can't even see it much, but it really does help everything to blend well, I think. So then next, let's see, what are we going to do? I think I'm going to do this one called Crush, sparkly as well. What's everybody getting into tonight? Anything fun, or is everybody staying home? So that's pretty. It's like sparkly, goldish. Pretty, pretty. Say hi if you're on here so I can say hi back. So if that red light is on at the top, that means I am live. If you are catching this afterwards, then you're watching the replay. So just put a comment, replay, so I can say hi to you there again. All right, next color I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do this Bronze Kiss. Hi, Christy. Hi, hope you're having a good New Year's Eve. Bronze Kiss. So let's see how this does. Like I said, the pigment in these are amazing. Amazing. Pretty, pretty. Can you see how pretty that is? And I feel like, I don't know if anybody else has this issue. Does anybody else have one eye that wants to pick up pigment more, or one eyelid that wants to pick up a little bit more pigment than the other one? I feel like I do. My what is this? My right eye wants to pick up more pigment than my left eyelid does. So I always have to go back in on my left eyelid and add a little bit more to get it to match. I heard someone say the other day their eyebrows, they're sisters, not twins. And my eyes are exactly the same. They're just not exactly alike. So, okay, so there is that. All right, then I'm going to take my little blending brush and just blend. There's nothing on this, and I'm just going to blend around in that crease to make it not such a sharp line to the top. Same thing on this side. So I feel like it's like super like pigmented right there for some reason. Blend, blend, blend. Very, very good, Christy. I'm glad you're having a good day. Hopefully you'll have a good night, whether you're staying in or going out. Either way, I hope it's good. All right, so there's those colors. They blended really well. Now I'm going to use some of this black truffle just right in the corners. And I'm going to use a little bit stiffer brush, smaller brush, to do that because I want it just right there in the corner. Okay. Don't worry, I'm going to blend it. Same thing over here. Just right in the corner. Okay, take my blending brush again. Let me clean it off a little. Take this blending brush and then you just blend it until you've got the look that you want. And it's really just adding another little set, a little dimension to your lid. To where it just looks darker. It doesn't necessarily look black, it just looks darker. Say hi if you're watching. Now, I am not an expert at this at all. Now, see how it's kind of messy looking right through here? That is another good thing about doing your eyeshadow first, because all that's going to get cleaned up when I go in with my foundation, concealer, all that good stuff. So I'm going to take this tiny brush again. As you can see, it's a pretty stiff brush. And I'm actually going to take the black truffle and I'm going to go along my lower lid instead of trying to do eyeliner, okay? Same thing over here. So there are still some sales going on. If anybody is interested in doing any of that, looking at any of that stuff, I'd be more than happy to help you. Okay, so this looks a little crazy right now, but don't worry, okay? Now, so I'm going to go ahead and do my foundation, and then I'll go back in when I'm finished and do my eyeliner and mascara and do my eyebrows. I do like to do my eyebrows last. So tonight I'm going to do the CC cream. And like I said earlier, I have already done my primer. It's been setting for a while, and so that's done. Very important step to your makeup. Okay, so the CC cream, I use light to medium. So we're going to get that on here. Okay, get my brush. Here's my kabuki brush. And that was a whole lot. Okay. Now, something else, like I said earlier, my nose tends, my skin is so dry, and my nose tends to pick up every little bit of everything. So, I kind of avoid my nose by itself while I'm putting on my makeup, on my foundation and everything, because I feel like it just doesn't need much, and the more that you put on it, it just breaks up and looks really bad. So, I actually save my nose to very last. This CC cream, you guys, is amazing. The coverage that you get with just it is great. I use it. I wear it almost every day to work. And it gives me the coverage that I want and need just by itself. If you're jumping on here, say hi so I know you're watching. Cleaning up right there. Okay, then when I'm done blending, which I am, so there's nothing on my nose, nothing at all. Well, there's a little bit on the sides, but then I just really just take it and just barely sweep it on there. Okay, so there's just a little bit. Then I take my blending sponge, which is kind of dirty because I used it this morning, and go all around. Now, where my hair is super blonde right here, you do have to blend it really good, or you're going to be able to see every bit of everything in your hairline. So, there's all that. Anybody doing anything fun tonight? Or is everybody just staying home? Okay, so see how much that cleaned that up? I'm going to clean it up even more, but it cleaned up so much of that eyeshadow that had fell out on my face. Okay, now, simple coverage, that CC cream is great. It covers wonderfully, I feel like, for just everyday look. I am, tonight though, since we're going out, I'm going to also do my VX Pro Camera Ready Foundation. This is vanilla, I believe is the color that I use. So, we'll see how that goes. So, I'm going to put a little bit of that on as well. And you can either put it directly onto your brush, or you can put it directly on your skin. It doesn't really matter. I usually put it directly on my skin. But this just gives you like a flawless, flawless finish, I feel like. And again, I am avoiding my nose until the end. Okay. And then you just kind of blend it out. This coverage, you guys, is amazing. Such affordable products. I mean, the products are literally like the same price as you would get something at a drugstore. Makeup at a drugstore. Sometimes less expensive than what you would get at a drugstore. Okay, you just blend, blend, blend. If you're here, say hi. If you're watching this later on, if that red live button isn't up there, then comment replay so I know that you watched. Alright, now, so foundation is done pretty much. Just make sure I'm good and blended. I still do have a little bit, you can see where I got my hair colored today, a little bit of that color still on my skin, but for the most part the FAFMASi makeup remover took it right off. Okay, now I am going to do some contouring, just a little bit. I don't go crazy with contour because I don't really know how very well. So, alright, so I'm going to use my highlighter palette here that has the 3 shades. It's a 3-in-1 face palette. This is my favorite palette that I've tried so far. So with contouring, I'm going to take the darker shade and go kind of around my forehead and around through here and under here. Same thing on this side. So we'll see how that does. Makes you look a little skinnier. Hi, Cassidy. How are you? Hope you're having a good day. Hope you're feeling better, you and your husband. I know you were a little bit sick there. Hopefully you're feeling better. And okay. So you can see where that's at. I'm going to blend it. Don't freak out. I'm going to blend everything. And now I'm going to take the pinkish color for some blush, and I'm just going to go in right above that line there. Sorry, I'm going to mirror over here on this side. So you go right above where that contour line was. Okay. Can you see that? Okay. Now, I'm going to blend it a little bit. So I'm going to take my blending. It's still a little bit damp from where I sprayed that Time Locker spray on there earlier. So I'm just going to blend it a little. Let's get that all blended in together. Look at that. Ain't that cute? No, it is not cute. Masks do nothing good for my face. I don't know about you all, but they do nothing good. Okay, so now I'm going to take my FAFMASi concealer. I'm going to hit that problem child right there. And let it sit for just a second. Let it sit for a minute and warm up to your skin, and it'll blend a little bit easier. So I'm going to do some right through here and right through there. And that is really going to clean up my eyes. And I'm going to do a little strap there. All right. If you're on here, say hi. If you're catching the replay, comment replay. Okay, I'm going to let that set for just a second. But I'm going to go ahead and get this blended here. Gives me a perfectly clean line. Look at there. See how clean that looks now? Pretty. These colors, I don't know about you all, but now I have never been one to wear, like, I've always been very, very neutral. Now, there was a time where I wore it was always silver and black was my eyeshadow colors, go-tos. Probably about, I don't know, not horribly long ago, a few years ago. So see how clean that looks now? See how pretty that is? Okay, same thing on this side. Just cleaning up that line there. And I watched a video the other day of someone, you know how the trend was to put your concealer like this in a triangle underneath your eyes. Well, I've been doing that, and I like the way it looks. I still like the way it looks. But the video I was watching, he was talking about how heavy that makes. The more makeup you put there, the heavier that it looks, because you don't really need that much. I mean, as you can see, that really blended in well, and it's giving me, it brightened up underneath my eyes with just those couple of dots that I used and that on the side. You don't have to do that whole big triangle there. Okay, now for my little friend here, I'm going to use my fingers and like dab him in. And see if he disappears. Pretty much, so that's good. He's pretty much gone. So, there we go. Alright, now, what should I do next? I need to do a little bit more. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to do that. Okay, so next, let's see. What do I want to do? So, eyes, I'm going to do some eyeliner. Do I want to do black? No, this is like a dark brown. Can you see that there? Instead of black. It's not quite as harsh. So I'm going to just go right along my lash line. I'm going to try to get as close as I can to my lash line. Now, I have not mastered the art of a wing. If you are watching and you can give me tips on how to do that, that would be great, because I have no idea. I've seen that people use tape, like tape right through here, and do that. I have not tried that. I'm allergic to a lot of adhesive, so I was kind of afraid to do that, honestly. Okay, so as you can see, that is super, it's just a really tight line there at my lashes. Okay. And I'm going to do a little bit more. Okay. How does that look? Pretty good? All right. Now, I'm going to do my mascara. I think tonight I'm going to do the Extend Lash Mascara. So this mascara is basically the Double Lash Extend, excuse me. It's basically 2 mascaras in one. You have volumizing and lengthening mascara, okay? So the top portion, when you take out the top portion, this is your lengthening mascara. See that? Okay. See that? Pretty. Same thing on the other side. Okay. Now, I'm going to do the other. So you twist at the purple or pink there and do the other side. Alright, this was pretty. Makes you look like you have lashes when you don't. Looky there. Can you see how pretty that is? Okay. Now, I'm going to let that set for a minute and then I will kind of separate it a little bit. Okay, now for my eyebrows, where is it? There it is. So, eyebrow pencil. Now, I don't do all those crazy lines. I don't know how to do all that. But, so I basically just go in with the brow liner pencil. This one I think is medium dark. It's 02, whichever color that is. And I just fill my brows in. These are all natural brows. So I just go in and fill those things in and make them look, I like mine to be pretty dark. So I just fill them in. See? I take our eyebrow shaper that has the little spoolie on the end with the little stiff brush, and I just go in and shape them up a little. Okay. I'll take the spoolie. I feel like it makes them look natural, still natural, but full and dark, which is what I like. Okay, and then we have a gel. This is a clear eyebrow gel. Can you see it? It's upside down, backwards. I don't know. That seems right to me. Brow Design Eyebrow Mascara is what it is, but it's just clear. See this little brush with just some clear gel on it. And it sets it basically. And it will stay all day long. Looks good. All right. Now I am going to do my lips. What should we do for that? I do like to wipe a little bit of that makeup off. And then I'm going to do my lip conditioner. FAFMASi lip conditioner. This one is about gone. I think I have more coming this week. This stuff is amazing. It just makes your lips feel really good by themselves. But with the matte lipsticks that I like, or the matte lip colors that I like, you know, sometimes those can be a little bit drying. And I feel like that helps with that. So I think, what should I do? 103. Should I do this matte color here, which is, this one's my go-to. It's my favorite. This one is a little bit brighter. Let's see, I'm going to do a lip liner first. This is 201, lip liner 201. Lip liner helps me to color within the lines. Is that what it's for? Oh, hey Audrey, thank you. You're so beautiful. One of the most beautiful girls I know, inside and out. Okay, so this is 103. I'll have to look up what color it is. I'm not sure, but it's going to be, I think this is Wild Rose or something. I still color outside the lines. I think lipstick is my favorite thing in the world. And it may be because I have these big old lips. And it really just completes your look. If you have all this makeup on and nothing on your lips, it just looks plain. Okay. Now, I'm going to let that dry. Okay, now I am going to do some highlighting. I don't know why I like to save that for the very end, but I'm also going to do something else with my lips to try to get that lip color to stay on, because I'm sure that I'll have a mask on at some point tonight. But first, I'm going to go back to my little 3-in-1 face palette. I'm going to use the highlighter here, and I'm going to do this. That. And I'm going to do this part of my lips, but not yet. And then I'm going to take a little bit bigger brush and just go right there. It's so pretty. So pretty. Can you see that? Very subtle. Very subtle. Okay. Now I'm going to do, that's pretty dry. So I'm going to do another coat of the lipstick, of the lippy, the liquid lippy. And let that dry again. Okay, so I can go back and do, see my kitty up here? She's always up here giving herself a bath when I'm doing these videos. And I feel like that does help, like, make your lips look fuller. Now, I have really full lips, but if you don't, that definitely, doing it right there where the highlight. Okay, now, that's pretty dry. So, what I'm going to do is take my transparent powder, setting powder, and I'm going to put it pretty much all over, but for my lips to get them to stay. This does help. Now, I don't think it would last all day underneath the mask, so I usually don't wear it at work. But this transparent powder is amazing, and what I do on my lips, it is truly, truly transparent. It looks white, but it is transparent. It is literally a setting powder. So I take a little on my finger, don't mean to flip you a bird, and put it on there, and then I go over my lips with it. And it is basically setting your lipstick. And if you're just having to wear a mask, like when you're going in a building or something like that, your lipstick will stay on. I saw this trick from another pharmacy rep. I can't remember what she called it, though. She called it something. But making it bulletproof, I think, maybe. Making it bulletproof. So, so that was the transparent powder. I'm actually going to put that all over as well. It sets everything in place. Say hi if you're watching so I can say hi to you. Okay. Do one more of that on my lips. And see, it is not coming off. Can you see that? It's like totally dry. So, but my lips don't feel dry. Now, some people do not like a matte lipstick. I do. So I feel like they stay on really well, and I just really like the way that they look. So, but I do feel like that is not very good. I just dropped my sponge in the floor. So, there, that's better. Hey, Veronica. Are you doing anything tonight, or are you staying home? Are you afraid to get stuck? Fortunately, no snow this time. No snow. So you can see I touched up right there. So I'm going to actually go right back and do the transparent powder again. Right over that. I wonder if I might have pulled it off before. It wasn't completely dry maybe, and I pulled it off. Okay. So that's what I got. And now I'm going to take the Time Locker finishing spray. Time Locker. And I'm going to spray it all over. Now, keep in mind, I already did the setting powder. I'm going to do the Time Locker spray. Then I'm going to let that dry, and I'm going to do the setting powder again and the Time Locker spray again. And this really does help your makeup stay on underneath a mask. Did you ever think that our life would be wearing a mask all the time? No, never. 2020, I say goodbye. And hopefully 2021 will be much, much better. I bet you're not going anywhere. We don't want to get stuck in the snow or get stuck anywhere. It would, car would probably break down and you would get stuck somewhere else if you went somewhere else. Okay, so that, it's pretty much dry. It dries pretty quickly. So I'm going to do the transparent powder one more time. And see, I mean, you can't even see it because it's transparent. Hence the word transparent. Okay. And then Time Locker spray one more time. Alright, so there's my eyes. Again, okay, so the products I used. Let's see what my hair looks like. Got my hair done today. Hannah Maples. She's the bomb at Trenditions and hauls. She's amazing. She can do anything you need when it comes to your hair. She's awesome. So, there's my hair. Looks good. I'm going to put a toboggan on tonight, though, because it's all yucky and rainy. Okay, so here's what I used. I started off, I had makeup on from today at work. So, to remove that makeup, I used the FAFMASi Scentsy wipes, the makeup remover wipes. These are really amazing. They took off the extra color that I had on my face from where I got my hair done today. They also are really good, like after you wash your face or do your nightly routine. I know I'm really bad about still having mascara or eyeliner around and under my eyes. These take that right away. So these are great. Then I used, on my eyes, I used the Iconic palette. This palette, I can't remember the price of it right now, but it has all of these awesome shades, 12 shades. And I can tell you, if you compare this palette to a palette at a big name store, the pricing is, you can't even compare it. The pricing for this is amazing. And as you can see, the pigment is great. The colors are great. So there's 3 different palettes that we have right now. They're all wonderful. I can't say enough about them. And then I used for my foundation. Of course, I about forgot. I started with my primer, which is the most important step, number 1 step. Then I used the CC cream in light to medium 02. I use this because I do have a lot of dark spots and things like that, and I feel like this, I mean, CC literally stands for color correcting, so I feel like it really, really works with that. Then I used the VX Pro foundation. Okay, the color I used was vanilla. I feel like it blends really well with my skin tone. Now, I have ordered another one that has a pink undertone, and I'm really excited about using that because I definitely have pink undertones. If you burn at all, like if you're in the sun, then you have pink undertones. Most people do. So, that'll be a great option. But anyway, so VX Pro Camera Ready Powder. The point of this... Camera ready means you don't need those filters. You do not need the filters. I mean, I feel like my skin this makeup looks really good right now. So this stuff is amazing. Then for my concealer, I use the Full Coverage Liquid Concealer. Mine is Light Ivory is what I use. Then for, I use the 3-in-1 Face Palette for contouring, blush, and highlight. And then for my eyes, besides the iconic palette on my eyes, I used the ink liner. The one I used, I believe it's brown toffee, so it's not super black. It's just brown toffee, and I just did that right along my lash line. Then I used, on my eyebrows, I used the brow liner, just to fill those bad boys in. Then the clear brow gel over top, which is basically, I feel like it's just a setting because this is clear. I feel like it's just a setting gel for your eyebrows. Then I used the Double Lash Extend mascara and the transparent powder and the Time Locker setting spray. So all of these products are available on my website. If you have any questions about anything at all, I will be more than happy to answer them for you. Oh, my lipstick. I used Liquid Lippy 103. I believe it's like Dusty Rose or something. It's rose color. I don't know. So, like I said, if you have any questions about anything, you can message me. If you want to look at the website, I will pin my website down below. So I hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful New Year's Eve. Looking forward to 2020 and what it may bring. Hopefully all good things. So I love you all. Thank you for watching. Again, if you are watching this later, put replay in the comments, and so that way I can say hi to you. Thank you. Love you guys.